All right, Hunter, how do you think things are going so far?
Terribly, honestly. Like, I'm glad there's no OSHA, because holy shit. Don't tell anyone, but like, I'm trying to get out of here. They won't let me go back home. Please, send some. Oh yeah, I'll be right there.
Action!
Yes.
Are you dumping more footage?
Some people take weeks, months, years to make films, but we took 3 days. Why? I don't know. In 2023, we joined the Almost Famous Film Festival, which is a 72-hour challenge where they give you a theme, line of dialogue, and a prop, and you have to write, shoot, edit, and turn in something under 5 minutes or less in that 72 hours. So that's what we did. This was a unique challenge because generally our team, Lethal Hobo Productions, kind of stuck to who we knew to like do projects, but this challenge was interesting because this is the first time we actually talked to people. We put out posts on Facebook, we met new people. It all culminated at the kickoff. For these events, they have like a big kickoff party where they give you the guidelines and you can kind of like mingle and have a drink or two. For a lot of these new people that we're bringing on board for this challenge, we had not met them before prior. So that was interesting. The guidelines for this challenge was 3 things. A theme, which was the perfect opportunity.
You thieving piece of shit!
The line was,
I'll always remember this moment.
and the prop was a paperclip. Had to be a paperclip that a character used somehow in the film. With that being said, 7 o'clock hit Friday night, and I gotta tell you, this one was stressful. From 7 p.m. to about midnight, we came up with a story. We decided to actually film in the kickoff bar because the owner was super cool, and shout out Brett. And so we kind of had this idea of like, there's gonna be gunfire, there's gonna be a couple eating, and someone comes in and robs and shoots, and there's gonna be old ladies crying, and babies dead and stuff. But then it got to a point where it's like 1 a.m. in the morning, and we're like, guys, you can't have babies dead in a diner. Like you can't do this. Unfortunately, our writer had to go to work the next morning. He kind of left us, and that means that me and a couple other guys just had to stay up and figure out what we were doing. We went from 1 in the morning to about 5 in the morning where we had the new idea. We were planning on shooting on Saturday, so that left us less than 12 hours to come up with something, and needed to sleep too. So what we did was went from couple eating dinner, coming in, getting shot in the face, to couple eating dinner, and the woman sees the ex-boyfriend who happens to work at this restaurant, and hilarity ensues.
Bryce.
Went to our first location that night, Saturday, at about 5 p.m. And honestly, this scene should have taken the least amount of time. It was a dude in a bed eating Cheetos, and a lady coming home pissed off because her couch cushions were gone. At this point, our writer had come back, and he took it very well. But because he synced up with us, he helped rewrite it, got the dialogue down good and everything, and so we kind of went from there. And as we were filming, this was still being written.
Sam asked fucking Eric? Yeah, when Sam asked Eric. Like, you pulled that out of there. He literally just says like, oh no, like I've been pretty boring, you know, like a lot of milk toast girlfriends in my life, nothing crazy. What about, and then like that way it pays off a little bit more at the end.
I feel like you don't really need to show that scene, plus that scene, just that little tiny cutaway scene, that however many seconds we're gonna have, I feel like it's gonna be so much work.
Yeah, see, it could be like something like that. He said like she eats cereal with a fork or something. It's like something,
Something weird.
a little kilter.
72 hours, I wish it was as easy as write, shoot, edit, sleep, but it's not, because movies are hard.
By the time we wrap here, then I can go and we can start doing a shot list with Josh, and then I can start doing the scheduling and get the actual real call sheets and actual like strip board for tomorrow. It's gonna be a long day. 12 hours is what it looks like. So
We'll do that tonight.
that's the plan.
Wrap on Saturday, I think it was about like 10. By the time I got home, unloaded everything, it was like, I don't know, midnight, only to wake up and go to this bar at 5 a.m. the next day. So again, if you're counting, that's 2 hours of sleep plus 3 more. So we're at 5 hours of sleep in the past 48 hours. Get to Elevated, met everybody there. The owner, of course, wasn't answering his phone, so that was really cool. We pivoted to setting up outside to shoot the very last scene of the movie first, put up some ultra bounces and tried to throw some light through it, and it just wasn't working because our lights are not as bright as the sun. So we nixed all that. By the time we started to film, the owner showed up and he's like, "Oh, hey guys, I forgot you guys were coming to film here." And I'm like, cool. I love that for me.
Parkour.
Cody! Parkour! I got it!
We eventually went inside, and I gotta say, despite starting later than we wanted to and only having 5 hours of sleep, our actors absolutely killed it. We had Hunter Enright playing the bad guy from LA.
They took my shoe from me, okay? And they're taking the laces out and they're replacing them with fucking paper clips. And I have to walk around in this bitch, and my toes are cold, and no one's taking me seriously, and it's fucking horse shit!
We had Alexis Poulet, who is a pretty seasoned stage actress and singer.
What are you saying? Sorry to me or him?
Her boyfriend / date was Jeff DeGlow, another actor from LA who came out to join us. And then finally, last but not least, we needed a waiter. So we had the lovable Stephen Gomez.
Hi!
All 4 of these actors together made for a really good ensemble, which I think worked really well. Ended up shooting almost start to finish in the booth, got it all lit. Remember, when you light spaces and not faces, it's easy to move fast.
I don't know. I just think I really like the dynamic between Alexis and Jeff. So that's probably my favorite. Yeah. And then Hunter is always nice to have, so yeah.
They make us look good.
Everybody's moving lights outside. Everybody's like, Tyler, this is looking great. I'm like, oh yeah. I did all of this.
Then moved in for close-ups. We got Alexis medium shot, then we went to Jeff's medium shot, then we went to the waiter's medium shot, and that was a little bit tricky because the distance between the booth where the waiter stands at and the window was very shallow. So what we ended up doing was shooting through the glass, and of course we didn't have a polarizer. What we ended up doing is like huddling together in a little tent of a moving blanket so that we could knock off reflections and just shoot through the glass the old-fashioned way. And that kind of worked out. There was a lot of onlookers coming by and they're like, I don't know what the hell's going on. And it's okay because I didn't either. I had 5 hours of sleep and we were all huddled together. Hunter gets here, he can just jump right into it, 85. Then we'll pull back in reverse, 35. And then we'll basically have all our coverage done. And then the next thing we have to get is Alexa standing up, and then this. And then we had a stunt. First time we've ever done that. Did we have a stunt coordinator? No. We had a guy that had an air mattress in his trunk because he likes to go camping, and he also had a shovel, but that's irrelevant. I don't want to ask him questions about that. Pulled the bed out, inflated it, and we did our stunt with Alexis punching Hunter.
Action. All right.
And we ended up wrapping about 8 p.m. with the punch/stunt being our martini shot, which, for those who don't know, that just means the last shot. I don't know. People say that to sound cool, I guess. There's a real reason there. Don't worry about it. Went home and I immediately started editing because we had, at that point, less than 24 hours, 7 p.m. on Monday to turn this thing in. Bust out a rough cut. I immediately take a nap. I think it's about 5 a.m. at this point. Hand it off to Kenny, who does the sound, and we get it all done. And so we were able to turn it in at 6:55 p.m. And with that, we did it. Everything was turned in. We made it on time. Everyone was happy. And so that, my friends, is how we spent 72 hours on 8 hours of sleep making an award-winning short film for the Almost Famous Film Festival in Phoenix, Arizona. Would I do it again? Yeah, I do it every year. What kind of dumb question is that? Thank you to all the cast and crew, specifically the crew that we brought on, the new crew members that helped us out with this. You guys killed it. Everybody killed it, honestly. And spoiler alert, we went on to make some other films after this one, which we also have BTS of. So if you want to see that, subscribe to our channel. You can see that stuff later. I feel dead inside for telling you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, but that's just how it is, you know? Algorithms and all that kind of stuff. So like it. You got it. What a sellout I am!
Dude, no, that's perfect.
What a sellout! Just kidding. Just like go absolutely insane. Yeah.
Come right to
Just like beat myself on the head and bring up like the 2 little bubbles that are like subscribe and like that kind of shit.